ECHO data focuses on compliance and enforcement-related information for EPA-regulated facilities. ECHO collects compliance and enforcement information from EPA, as well as state, local, and tribal environmental agencies for environmental statutes such as the Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, Resource Conservation and Recovery Act, and the Safe Drinking Water Act that are reported into EPA national databases. ECHO also incorporates other EPA environmental datasets to provide additional context for analysis and compiles them into a single database known as the ECHO Data Mart. This tutorial focuses on Resource Conservation and Recovery Act, or RCRA data, specifically data related to the Hazardous Waste Program. It provides an overview of the RCRA reporting requirements and explains how compliance data are reported to EPA and how ECHO uses the data to derive the compliance history information displayed on the detailed facility report. Authorized agencies, such as state, local, tribal, territorial, or Commonwealth governments, and EPA report hazardous waste handler compliance information on a regular basis. Agencies report this information manually through an online EPA form or share these data through an EPA state data exchange system called the Central Data Exchange. Data are then stored in an EPA-owned national database known as RCRA Info. The information provided to EPA includes facility information, compliance monitoring activities, violation determinations, and enforcement activities. EPA compliance and enforcement activities also are reported. ECHO extracts RCRA compliance data on a weekly basis. Completeness and comparability checks are performed on the data extract. Following the completion of successful quality assurance, or QA checks, the ECHO Data Mart is refreshed with the updated data. Another set of QA checks are performed on the refreshed data, including web service comparisons, consistency checks, and quarter-end date checks. Data are mapped to a format to support display in the detailed facility report on the ECHO website. Note, ECHO displays the most recent data extraction date on the Compliance Summary Data table. Now let's look at how the ECHO Data Mart maps compliance data to create the 3-year compliance history by quarter table and the enforcement and compliance summary table on the detailed facility report. First, ECHO identifies RCRA violations and their accompanying information, including violation type, violation description, reporting agency, determined date, and the return to compliance date. ECHO populates the 3-year compliance history by quarter table for a facility using the violation information including statute, violation type, and agency. The determined date and the return to compliance date are placed in the quarters they occur, and arrows are placed in the in-between quarters to indicate that the facility continues to have a violation status from the determined date to the return to compliance date. If the determined date and the return to compliance date occur in the same quarter, both dates are displayed in the cell. If there is no return to compliance date reported for the violation, the arrows continue to the current quarter, indicating that the violation has not been resolved in the data system. Next, ECHO uses the identified violations to update the facility level status row. Quarters containing a determined date are yellow, and the facility level status reads Violation Identified. Quarters with open violations are yellow and read Violation. Quarters with no identified violations are blue and read No Violation Identified. Next, ECHO identifies when the facility was designated as a significant non-complier. A facility may be a significant non-complier if it has been determined to cause exposure or is likely to cause exposure, is a chronic or recalcitrant violator, or deviates substantially from the terms of a permit, order, or agreement, or from RCRA statutory or regulatory requirements. ECHO uses the RCRA Info Evaluation List to identify the dates when a facility had significant non-complier status. Evaluations labeled SNY, or Significant Non-Complier Yes, indicate the start date of significant non-complier status. Evaluations labeled SNN, or Significant Non-Complier No, indicate the end date of significant non-complier status. The SNN evaluation type is used to remove the significant non-complier status when the status has been addressed with an enforcement action. ECHO uses the SNY and SNN evaluation start dates to update the facility level status for the appropriate quarters to indicate significant non-complier duration. In any quarter in which the site was a significant non-complier, the facility level status reads significant non-complier and is red. Note that if a violation or significant non-complier status exists at any time during a quarter, then the entire quarter is displayed as in violation. In quarters with both violations and significant non-complier status, the facility status will indicate significant non-complier. Finally, ECHO updates the RCRA compliance status in the Enforcement and Compliance Summary table using the data in the 3-year compliance history by quarter table. If the most recent quarter, quarter 12, has significant non-complier status, then the compliance status reads significant non-complier and is colored red. If there is no significant non-complier status in quarter 12, but there is a violation within quarter 12, the compliance status displays violation identified and is colored yellow. If there is no significant non-complier status or violation in quarter 12, the current compliance status reads no violation identified and is colored blue. Keep in mind that facilities may not be in violation for the entire quarter, even though it might appear that way in this table. For more detailed information, a monthly view of the compliance history is available for the last 3 years on a rolling 12-month timeframe. Additionally, an option is available to download the compliance history data as a CSV file for further analysis. This tutorial will explain the flow of Resource Conservation and Recovery Act data from initial reporting to display in ECHO. The techniques ECHO uses, including tables, colors, and dates, to display the data are meant to help users quickly and easily digest a large amount of information to gain a complete picture of a facility's compliance over time. For more information, see the help documentation on the ECHO website and the ECHO tutorials page. Additional tutorials will explain the data flow for other regulations, including the Clean Water Act and the Clean Air Act.